Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargava. Welcome to Tit-Bits on Business and Finance with me. The ILFS scam and its auditors are back in the news. They are in the headlines. Let's talk about them. In the entire ILFS scam and the ILFS group, there were two subsidiaries of ILFS which were extremely important. They were IFIN, the Financial Services subsidiary, and ILFS Transport Services. If you look at the audited financial statements of IFIN as at 31st March 2018, you will notice that it reported a profit of 202 crores for the year. They disclosed a net worth of 2,400 crores, and they also showed investments and loans given to the tune of 20,000 crores, which were disclosed to be good. They were not bad loans as per these audited financial statements. These statements were audited, certified and attested by Udayan Sen, the CEO and partner of Deloitte in charge of this engagement, and by a gentleman called K. Sampath Ganesh, the partner of BSR and Company, which happens to be a KPMG affiliate. It is worth noting that their audit report was dated 25th May 2018. These two gentlemen, partners of Big Four firms Deloitte and KPMG, they certified these financial statements as true and fair. They said that they were clean, they had no qualification or reservation about these financial statements. The audit report further said that no material fraud was committed by the company or its management in presenting these financial statements. The report also said that the loans given are good, nothing is overdue, they are being paid on time, and that all the loans which were taken by the company during the year were used for the purpose for which they were taken. All these statements in the audit report were utterly false. The fact is, huge frauds were perpetrated by the management of IFIN, and they were concealed in these financial statements known to the auditors. A huge amount of loans were bad, they were yet reported to be good. The loans taken by the company were not used for the purpose for which they were taken. Money was diverted for all kinds of wrong purposes, and there was no profit during the year. And the actual net worth of the company was fully eroded. It was actually negative and not a positive 2,400 crores as had been reported. These auditors also certified these financial statements as true and fair, and that they certified as on 28th of May, whereas in August 2018 itself, just after a couple of months, it was very clear that the audited financial statements of IFIN are utterly wrong and bogus. The question comes, how was this giant fraud committed and perpetrated? While it is very clear that these kind of doctored fraudulent financial statements were prepared by the top management of the company, but the fact is that Deloitte as its auditor played a key role. Deloitte was actually in charge of what we would call managing the audit of the entire ILFS group, and that group actually consisted of ILFS plus 348 subsidiaries. The curious point is that the group disclosed only 169 companies as its subsidiaries, and that's because they were committing a lot of accounting irregularities and jugglery in many companies that they did not want to disclose as being their own. And the one who certified all this was Deloitte, its partner, CEO Udayan Sen. For this dubious role of managing audits, of preparing bogus financial statements and attesting them, Deloitte was paid a huge sum of 20 crores a year by the ILFS group in some form or the other. In consideration of this kind of a huge amount that was paid to Deloitte by ILFS, false audit reports were clearly prepared and issued knowingly. It is these reports, it is this certification of the accounts by Deloitte that helped to conceal the fraud, that helped to conceal all the accounting malpractices and irregularities, and that helped to perpetrate the fraud for years together. One estimate says that it was in 2012 itself that the net worth of ILFS had turned negative. From then onwards, it's very clear that grossly wrong audit reports were issued by the auditors of the company. The auditor here did not perform his role of being a watchdog. He did not even bark. Biting is a far different expectation. And that's because, very obviously, a juicy bone of 20 crores was given to the watchdog every year to keep quiet and to collude in the entire scam. And that is what took place. ILFS has been the biggest scam of corporate India, the biggest fraud of corporate India so far. And it was committed by its top management led by Ravi Parthasarathy, Hari Shankar, Ramesh Bawa and their colleagues. But it would not have been possible unless it was abetted and colluded by the auditor. And the audit team here was led by Udayan Sen, the CEO of Deloitte, the partner who signed these audit reports. And later, in this entire exercise, they were joined by EY and KPMG, and they continued what Deloitte had started. At the moment, the authorities and agencies like SFIO, ED, CBI, MCA are looking into the criminal aspects of this gross misconduct, criminal misconduct committed by the auditors, and the prosecution is being looked into. Thus, while the criminal issues are being looked into by different agencies, the punishment of the auditor for his professional misconduct is being looked into by the NFRA. The National Financial Reporting Authority is the new accounting and audit regulator which was set up in October 2018 to look into the misconducts of chartered accountants, of auditors in large cases. And the NFRA, by an order passed recently, has held Udayan Sen, the engagement auditor, the CEO of Deloitte, to be guilty of gross professional misconduct as the auditor of IFN for the year 2017-18. As we had said, IFN has been a key subsidiary of the ILFS group, and for his role in the audit of this subsidiary, Udayan Sen has been held guilty of gross professional misconduct. In a lengthy and speaking order, the NFRA has held Udayan Sen, the CEO of Deloitte, the engaging partner in the case of IFN, as guilty of professional misconduct on various counts, and they are many. The NFRA says that he has failed to follow the mandatory accounting and audit standards which were required to be followed in the audit of IFN. These accounting standards, these audit standards are meant to ensure that financial statements are clean, transparent, and they disclose everything correctly and completely. The NFRA says that he did not follow them. It further says that there has been failure on his part to disclose material facts in the financial statements as were known to him. In other words, he knew the frauds, he knew of the accounting irregularities, and he did not disclose them. He has also been held guilty of failure to conduct, exercise due diligence as is expected of him, and that there has been failure on his part to report material misstatements in the financial statements signed by him. According to the NFRA, there has been gross negligence on his part, and that he totally compromised his independence, which he cannot be doing so. In the opinion of the NFRA, he did not even have enough material to support his opinion that the financial statements of IFN as at 31st March 2018 were true and fair. This is certainly a case of gross and shocking professional misconduct on the part of a senior chartered accountant, partner of a Big Four. Because of this kind of a misconduct on the part of Udayan Sen, the NFRA has levied a penalty of 25 lakh rupees on him. That's a kind of fine that he needs to pay. And he has been debarred from practicing as an auditor in any form, whether as a statutory auditor or as an internal auditor, for a period of 7 years. The reality is that these kind of shocking giant frauds cannot be committed and perpetrated without the involvement of the auditors, and this is one such classic case. What is the larger issue that emerged out of this NFRA order by which Udayan Sen, the former CEO of Deloitte, the partner in charge of the IFN audit, has been held to be guilty of professional misconduct? The first issue, Udayan Sen has gone to the Delhi High Court in a writ petition challenging the NFRA proceedings. The Delhi High Court had said that NFRA should not pass an order until the 31st of July, and NFRA has just done that. Of course, the NFRA has said that its order will be effective only after the 31st of July and not before that. But we think that this hurry on the part of NFRA was avoidable. Somewhere, this order passed by the NFRA before 31st July will benefit Udayan Sen in his proceedings before the Delhi High Court, and that advantage should not have been given to him. We are in complete agreement with the order passed by the NFRA, but we think the hurry in passing the order was certainly avoidable. What if the Delhi High Court passes an order upholding the writ petition of Udayan Sen? To that extent, the proceedings before the NFRA and the order would be rendered fruitless, and that we think should not have happened. Further, Deloitte is a deep-pocketed, influential, multinational global organization. It is certainly going to challenge this order of NFRA right up to the Supreme Court. It will leave no stone unturned in order to protect its former CEO, in order to protect its own tarnished reputation. And thus, it is too early to say that this punishment will see the light of the day. Only the future years will tell us whether this punishment has finally been upheld. The next point, according to us, is that the punishment meted out to Uday Sen is paltry in every sense of the word. 25 lakhs of fine imposed is a paltry sum on a person who earned far bigger amounts as the CEO partner of Deloitte and who committed a misconduct which involves tens of thousands of crores which have been lost of the public money. We think that 25 lakhs is a paltry sum to levy on him by way of a fine. And further, he retired as the partner of Deloitte in March 2020. His practice years are over. And thus, banning him, debarring him from an audit practice for 7 years, to us is a meaningless punishment. It really doesn't matter to Uday Sen whether he's allowed to practice or not. Further, according to us, the real beneficiary of this entire dubious abetting with the management of IFIN has benefited Deloitte. Deloitte earned that huge sum of 20 crores a year from the ILFS group, and it's the real beneficiary. And we would like to see Deloitte being punished. That's where the real punishment lies. The other person who deserves to be punished, the other firm who deserves to be punished is BSR, the KPMG affiliate, and its partner K. Sampat Ganesh, who was the co-signatory of the audit report that Uday Sen also signed. We are waiting for him also to be punished because he also takes the blame equally. And the final question that we have as the largest issue here is, what will it take to discipline and tame all the misconduct of the Big Four? Case after case that comes, and the bigger it is, we see that a Big Four is involved. I think the country needs to think about it, the world needs to think about it, that these firms cannot be allowed to get away with this kind of a misconduct. There have been numerous such cases, and the larger issue to us is, how do we stop this? This is Akhilesh Bhargava signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
हमारे घरों में भी बच्चे होते हैं जो हमसे प्यार दुलार की आस करते हैं।
हमारा भी जीवन साथी है जिसको हमारे ड्यूटी से घर आने का इंतजार होता है।
हमारे घर में भी एक बूढ़ी माँ है जिनके लिए आज भी हम ही आंखों के तारे हैं।
लेकिन हम हमारे घरों में नहीं हैं। आपकी सुरक्षा में कोई कसर न रहे, इसलिए हम अपने प्रियजनों से दूर हैं।
हम में से ही कुछ तो अब इतने दूर जा चुके हैं कि वो वापस अपने घरों को लौट भी नहीं पाएंगे।
हमें गर्व है कि हमारे कंधों पे मुंबई शहर के नागरिकों की सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी है। हमारे जज्बे और बलिदान को व्यर्थ न जाने दे। इस संकट के समय में आप घर पे रहे, सुरक्षित रहे।
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.